guys, it's Chef D again. So today we're going to grill some barbecue lobster. We're going to roast some herb potatoes, and we're going to deep fry some chili lime Brussels sprouts. Okay, let's get going. So what you want to do is get some olive oil to coat the potatoes. I love lucchini. I absolutely love lucchini olive oil. So just get a little. I'm just gonna eyeball it, but I will put the amount in the recipe, just enough to like coat the potatoes so that the herbs can stick to it. And get in here and just kind of get the oil over the potatoes. And I have my herbs and spices kind of already mixed, which later you'll be able to purchase once I get it out online. Then I'm just gonna place the herbs and the potatoes, and then I'm going to mix them, put them on a sheet pan. You're going to roast them in the oven for about, these are little, so let's just try to look at them. You want to make sure you check it with a fork to make sure that they're tender, but it's usually roughly about 30 to 45 minutes, just because they're small. Give or take, also it depends on your oven. So you also want to do salt and pepper. I actually have everything kind of in the mixture. So this looks pretty well mixed. So you're just gonna just put it on the sheet pan. Simple, right? Just spread them out so they're not on top of each other. And they're ready to go in the oven, and we'll just watch them. So I have my potatoes in the oven. They're roasting, and so now we're going to work on the Brussels sprouts that we're going to deep fry. And this is my chili seasoning and lime juice that I'm going to mix really quick. I have my stove on, and my Dutch oven is heating up, and it needs to heat up to about 400 degrees. So you're gonna deep fry it. If you're not sure about how hot, it is best to get a thermometer to check the temperature. So I'm just gonna basically just pour the lime juice all over. And I cut these Brussels sprouts in half just because I like them kind of small. Don't worry about if the leaves are loose, that's okay. So you're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle in the seasoning all over. And then I'm going to take the spoon. Seems like a lot, but it's a lot of Brussels sprouts. And they're gonna deep fry, so it doesn't matter. And just mix them. Just let them sit in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fry them in batches. Do not put all of the Brussels sprouts in at the same time, because it will lower the temperature of the oil. So we're just gonna do them in batches. I do have a bowl here that I put some paper towels in just to kind of catch the grease, but that's after, you know, I fry them. So this looks pretty good so far, and it smells amazing. All right, so these look pretty well mixed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some in. Ooh, they are frying. And be careful, it's splattering. And it is because of my lemon juice, but that's just how I like to do it, because I like the citrus to kind of get inside in between the leaves. And this only literally takes a couple minutes to do these. So they're ready. I'm pulling them out now. And then I'm actually gonna sprinkle them again with some lime juice and seasoning. Okay, so they are fried, as you can see. And so I just dust them again with the chili lime seasoning while they're warm, so that the seasoning sticks to it. Sprinkle with a little bit of lemon juice, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna sprinkle it a little bit more just because I like the seasoning. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more with some lime juice. And we're good to go. So we're on to the next thing, which is the lobster. Okay guys, so now that we're back, I have the lobster here, and give me a second and I'll explain those in just a second. I'm just gonna check my potatoes. and they are fork tender done. So we're gonna turn them off, and I'm gonna pull them out, and we'll start working on the lobster. So with the lobster tails, you definitely wanna kinda get them more or less frozen, but then you bring them home, you thaw them out. Make sure that you're thawing them out in the refrigerator. Then you want to try to clean them, definitely the outside as much as possible. So what you're gonna do is when you're butterflying them, because it's a butterfly lobster, you're gonna take some shears or a knife, and you are going to cut down the middle of the shell and the meat to butterfly the meat as well. You're gonna pull it out with your fingers or wedge your fingers in between to pull the meat out. Do not cut the tail of it. You wanna keep that intact, but you're gonna pull it out and basically close the shell, and then just place the lobster on top. That's all. It's just to make it look pretty. That's it. So then you're gonna get some oil just to kind of baste it so that the seasoning stays intact. Just gonna oil these babies up really quick, and I do have my own seasoning that I've made. And of course, again, once it comes out, I hope you'll purchase it. I'm gonna baste it with a BBQ sauce. So the reason why I'm not gonna do like a whole lot is because I also have seasoning inside my BBQ sauce. You can make it sweet or spicy. You do not want it super thick because it's gonna take away from the taste of the lobster. So you wanna kind of thin it out, and we're gonna take these out to the grill. So lobsters go by the size, the time is gonna depend on the size. So a smaller one, if it's like 3 to 5 ounces, I think you're gonna do 3 to 5 minutes. So you're gonna put the meat side down first. Do that. These are about 7 ounces. So I'm gonna do it for about 6 to 7 minutes. I'll look at it. It's done because the shell will turn a bright red. And you do want to make sure that the meat is opaque. So let's take them outside. All right guys, so I'm out here. I'm gonna put them on the grill, and I'm putting them down. And of course my little shell won't act right, but I'm gonna put it with the meat down first. I'm putting them more at an angle so I can get the grill mark. All right, and we're gonna let them cook for a minute. It is not on direct heat because I don't want to burn them. I'm not trying to really necessarily cook the shell. I'm trying to cook my lobster meat. So we're gonna let it just cook for a minute, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna move them back. I'm gonna move them on some direct heat just for a moment. And notice how they are already starting to cook up very well. Notice how the shells are actually turning red. All right, guys, so we're gonna check. They do. They look very, very good. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, yes. I'm gonna turn them over. Oh my God, you see how bright red they turn? Ooh, this looks so good. All right, oh yeah. So, we're gonna, I lost my lobster. It's okay. Just gonna put that, just settle on top here. All right. While this is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and baste this with some butter and then baste it with the barbecue sauce. These are so good. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm checking this, and oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna baste it, and then I'm gonna baste it with the barbecue after I do the butter really quick. Once I baste it, then I'm gonna let it cook with the top down for just a minute, and then it's gonna be ready. And it's okay if the shell gets a little charred. That's perfectly fine. You just don't want to like char up your actual meat. That's it. A couple of minutes, and they're gonna be going inside my belly. Oh my God, guys, I'm so hungry. And they're so ready. Okay, so they are ready. You know what, using these tongs is a mess. So I'm gonna sit here, put them on the pan. They look so good. They smell amazing. So we're good. I'm going inside it. Okay guys, I am ready to plate. I am putting my Brussels sprouts on the plate. And I am going to pick a lucky winner. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna turn it around. There you have it. Is your grilled barbecue lobster, deep fried Brussels sprouts, and roasted potatoes. I hope you try this recipe. Like and subscribe below. And I will see you soon.